Previously, Big Brother's apps short-circuited the house.
Let's do it.
75, it's a lot, that.
The pet app.
55%.
The gossip app.
Shit.
And Helen blew a fuse.
I feel like I've made some sort of evil plan.
I had an evil plan. I'm so glad it came together.
Ashley is the biggest two-faced bitch.
Get over yourself.
You really have just set a nuclear war off downstairs.
Tonight, the nominated housemates face a massive decision.
Whichever housemate presses their silver button first will be the housemate to gain immunity.
Oh my god.
Don't press it.
Marlon's pressed it.
Marlon!
The battery is dead.
What an absolute coward.
What are you angry about?
I'm angry that I never thought you would have done that.
I feel like he's just let the team down.
Would you press the button?
Nobody would have pressed the button.
So you'd rather me be up? Yes, I'd rather you face addiction like a man.
I reckon you fucked this for yourself now, Marlon.
This is really the worst thing you could have done, dude. I'll be really honest with you. This ain't gonna blow over.
Day 34, 9:32 a.m. It's the second day of this week's shopping task, with housemates using apps in exchange for battery life. To pass the task, all housemates have to do is make sure they don't use all the battery life. Housemates are rising following last night's explosive arguments.
I think I wasn't upset. I was just frustrated because I was trying to say something.
I didn't want to say anything to you because I knew you were wrong.
Well, they were admitting that. I was like, well, you can't really admit that and then not admit the other parts because...
Well, they admitted it and then went back on it. That's why I give up.
Yeah, that's...
I was like, this is just boring the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Did you actually know what we saw last night on those clips?
No.
Do you know why? Right. Let me fill you in because probably this is going to be easier for me to fill you in.
That's why I had no idea.
It was clips of Danielle, Ashley and Chris talking about me, Kim and Helen behind our backs.
For half an hour. There was quite a lot of stuff.
But the one that I was in, Chris started the conversation saying, oh, Jarla's really changed since when she's been here. You know, she was the uncool kid, now she's trying to be the cool kid and trying to swear to fit in and all this stuff. Basically, Ashley went, yeah, she was so far up Helen's arse or something, and Danielle was like, yeah, and then there was another one that I can't quite remember.
You know what that is, don't you?
What?
It's just everyone doesn't like it because everyone's worried that Helen's too powerful and here as it is.
What you've got to remember is you've got Kim from last week that has been listening to the stuff within the morgue. So you've got me trying to fucking calm it down, Kim who's just fucking had enough, and Helen that's going mental because they were saying things about Helen as well. Of course it's going to kick off, and that's the problem. There's no innocent parties here. There is no innocent parties here.
Mark is talking to Big Brother.
I'm just like staying out of it a little bit this morning. Last night was like pretty heavy. So yeah, there's not a very nice air in the house today. I mean, even last night going to bed, people were hardly even speaking to each other. It just feels a little bit funny, a little bit awkward. I very rarely do feel awkward because I'm fucking hard-faced. But for me, don't have a fight and then if you don't try and resolve it, you're fucking selfish. On the outside world, by all means, hold a grudge for 12 years, but not when you've got to live with 11 other people. You know, we have to sit around the fucking dinner table together and things like that. So that's a little bit frustrating. It is going to be awkward today, and I do expect snidey comments from both sides. Helen doesn't handle herself properly in arguments, as I've said before. She does kind of shout louder than the other person, and even if Helen's in the right and she's making a valid point, just because of the way she kind of puts it across, it makes it instantly look like she's in the wrong. Every time she has an argument in here, she takes off for hours, and I don't think she realises how bad it can actually make her look. She is my mate, there's a lot of things I like about her, but when she does that, I feel like she lets herself down a little bit.
Throughout the shopping task, Big Brother is giving housemates the chance to recharge their battery by sacrificing their belongings to the generator. So far, Mark sacrificed his grooming products, Winston his hairspray, Marlon his snapback, and Ashley her dressing gown. Because of those sacrifices, the battery life stands at 55%. Christopher and Winston are the next housemates to be tempted into using that battery life in the app zone.
Christopher and Winston, welcome to Big Brother's App Zone.
Hello.
Here in the App Zone, housemates have the chance to use one of Big Brother's special apps.
Let's just do it, whatever it is. Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck it.
The Big Brother app on offer to you now is a social media app.
Okay. Oh my god. Cool. It's exciting.
This app will allow you to ask one question each on social media. If you decide to use this app, Big Brother will publish your questions. When Big Brother has several responses, Big Brother will call you back into the App Zone.
Yes, please. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So it went down how much, you said, Ash?
20%.
20%. Oh wow, that's a lot.
Do you want to know about? Do you want it to ask about yourself? Would you rather know about someone else?
I'd like their opinion. I'd like their opinions on. I'd like to know what the public actually think about how everyone handles arguments in here.
You could say, what do you think about Kim, Helen, and Ashley?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And the arguments that they've been involved in, because that's all of them. And you could throw in Danielle maybe as well.
Big Brother, the question is, what do you think about the arguments between Kim, Helen, Danielle, and Ashley?
Winston, what question would you like to post?
Yeah, so are you gorgeous girls out there feeling the Winchmeister? What are you saying, what?
Big Brother, are you feeling the Winchmeister?
Big Brother will call you back to the App Zone shortly to deliver the replies to your questions.
Okay.
Thanks, Big
You may
Brother.
now return to the house.
Cheers.
Alright, let's go do this.
What happened? What did they say? Come and tell us.
We got to ask 2 questions.
What did you ask?
And they're going to put it on social media and find out. I said, what are you making between the argument between the girls? Pretty much because I wanted to know what everyone thinks about it.
Oh, they fucking stare at. What's it got to do with you? You had the wooden spoon out, did you?
Yeah, I didn't.
12:52 p.m. Helen, Jarlath and Kimberly are in the kitchen talking about last night.
People are going to go about things in different ways, and I think that that's fine. I probably wouldn't have done it in the way you did it, but I'm happy that you did it in the way you did it. And
Look,
that's
I
it.
have exhausted every other fucking avenue when it comes to starting things out in this house.
You have done.
I've done the whole, can I have a word with you bullshit. Doesn't get me anywhere. So if it means that I have to expose people the way I did last night, then that's what I'll do. Me and you, Charlotte, sat down and had a normal conversation to start things out. I know that that's been and gone now, and you're never ever going to hold that against me. I'm never going to hold anything against you. They're not like that. So I can't have those conversations with them anymore.
Yeah, no, you don't have
because
to.
they throw it in my face. I don't regard you as someone that I throw something like that in my face. They will.
Mark has been called to the App Zone by Big Brother.
The app on offer to you now is the Beauty app.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
However, using Big Brother's app will drain the battery by 20%. Would you like to use the Beauty app?
Yeah. Wow. Is Mark up there?
Yeah, plus 15. Plus 15 now.
Was it worth your 20%?
More than that, I would give 100 for this. I just feel like I'm back in Liverpool. Look at the colour of me. Bye.
Oh my gosh, you
Oh my god.
I got a spray tan and I got HD brows. I've had a wax and tint and a spray tan.
You look so tan.
I know, it's unbelievable.
I got it
So
so tan.
tan.
A few times. I was like, should we have another one? do you want to do one more?
Coming up, Big Brother tempts housemates.
This is the Safety app, and it offers one housemate immunity from this week's eviction.
And Mark explodes.
I would never force everybody in here except myself to live on basic rations because I haven't got the balls to face the fucking public vote.
Two or 6 p.m. Christopher and Winston are back in the app zone to receive the answers from the public who replied to their questions on social media. Winston asked the question,
Are you gorgeous girls out there feeling the Winchmeister? What you saying, what?
Now Big Brother has the answers.
Your personality and body with Ash's face. Now that would be a win. What do you mean with Ash's face?
Oh my gosh. You gonna tell him that?
My face. Can you 100% love the Winchmeister? Sweet and hot. Definitely my winner. But Danielle and Winston are cringe.
Oh, amazing!
There's nothing between me and Danielle. There's nothing between me and that.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, really?
100%. Don't be afraid to let your intelligence show. Drop the act and stay away from the boy band.
Ooh, that one's a bit more cutting.
Triple B aren't gonna like that.
Christopher asked,
What do you think about the arguments between Kim, Helen, Danielle and Ashley? Oh gosh, do we want to see these?
Arguments between them all are always full of double standards, hypocrisy and self-importance.
Oh my gosh. Hypocrisy saying, I would never slag someone off, and then they stand there slagging someone off.
Yeah, that's what I was saying last night.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You, how can you say that when it's fucking... Do you know what I mean? How can you be angry about something when you probably
You've
said
done
it,
exactly the same thing?
Yeah.
That's been hypocrite. Yeah, that's exactly.
Helen and Kim showed their true colours attacking someone even though they think it's fine to bitch about you.
Oh wait, is that directed to me when they say you?
Oh, they might be talking about you,
Helen
yeah.
and Kim showed their true colours attacking someone even though they think it's fine to bitch about me. It does not really shock me at all. Cheers, guys.
What's needed to happen, the other housemates need to see Ashley and Danielle for what they really are.
They do sit in the corner a lot of the time, and they do sit there gossiping and bickering away in the corner to themselves, and like no one's really aware of what's been going on in the house, so goodness knows.
I just think they're all as bad as each other.
They really are, aren't they?
Yeah.
This just confirms it to me. They are all in the same boat.
Yeah.
You know, they sit there complaining about each other all day, and they're the biggest bunch of hypocrites, all bitching away.
Because they could
all
show...
as bad as one another.
Yeah.
Three or 8 p.m. The housemates are discussing the answers Winston and Christopher received on social media.
What was one you got? There's one about Winston and Danielle, which was quite funny.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was
cringe or something.
They said Winston's sweet. What did you say? 100%.
Winston's a really sweet guy with a great personality. 100% my winner, but Winston and Danielle are cringe.
Oh, so
100% my winner.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
But Winston and Danielle are cringe. That was one of them.
That's mint.
There's one about you needing to
I've
get
never
your top off
fucking.
and flex
I've
more
said
in the
no.
bathroom.
I'm not with her. To everyone's asked. Like everyone, haven't I?
Yeah, when you're sharing baths.
I never shared a bath.
Pools. Pool sessions.
Wow, everyone jumps in the
and
pool.
And foot rubbing.
Well, Charlie come and jumped in the pool over this.
Get a foot rubbing? Footsie on the
that
table?
Was her rubbing. Yeah, that was. I'm saying. She said to me, she said, "I've laid the cards on your table. We'll like you."
Did you rub back?
And I said.
Did you rub your foot back?
No.
You didn't rub your foot
well,
back?
She was rubbing my leg.
Did you rub it back?
No.
You rubbed back.
He rubbed.
I thought it was Mark.
Following what she saw during last week's séance and last night's gossip app, Kimberly is setting things straight with Ashley and Danielle.
I would really like to utilize this time, now that it's us three sat together, to just address the issues that affect us.
I didn't feel like I could trust you because of just certain people that you were kind of around, and I've obviously not really got to know, so naturally I'm going to feel like that.
You can always talk to me. Regardless of your opinion of me, I will be objective and I will say what I think needs to be said. I appreciate the time that you guys have and just to speak to me. I appreciate that. But I do want to say, there have been several times where I had tried to speak with you and you did kind of just blow me off, and I found that was very Like, you weren't approachable, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna give you your space because I thought that's what you wanted.
And you say that like Ashley might not be approachable. You're not really approachable when you're with Helen, Kimberly, either.
Why not?
Okay, raise your hand if you think Helen's approachable. I don't think I think she's the last person that I would go to in the house if I had a problem.
I keep remember, like, when we joined here, Helen called her fat.
Ugly.
Yeah.
There was a couple.
Don't
You
get
said
on
loads of shit about me, but I don't hold it against you.
Yeah, no,
She's
but
never
do you
turned around
think
and said
she's
comments like that to you, though?
she's
Those
gonna...
were fucking nasty.
I'm not gonna say
work
which are
out.
worse. Honestly, I'm really not.
Well, no, I'm glad we've had this chat and we've sorted out the stupid root of this problem.
It just all escalated.
So, like, I'm glad we sat down and kind of chatted about
I
it.
hope so.
4:53 p.m. Nominated housemates Ashley, Chris, Christopher, Jarlath and Marlon have all been called to Big Brother's app zone for the final part of this week's shopping task. The rest of the housemates have been gathered on the sofas. Oh my god.
This is Big Brother. Housemates, as you know, you all faced the public vote this week. As such, Big Brother is giving you the opportunity to use the final BB app on offer. This is the safety app, and it offers one housemate immunity from this week's eviction.
Fuck. Oh my god. The safety app, that means it saves one of them.
The safety app is available to one housemate only. However, if the app is used, it will drain all the remaining battery life.
Ashley.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
I'm
what
with
to
you,
do.
Chris. I'm
What?
with you, Chris. Yeah,
Ashley,
exactly.
you know what to do.
Yeah.
What?
Drain it.
What?
Are we dreaming? No.
What?
What are you talking about?
Drain it.
No.
The safety app will be live for 1 minute only. After that time, the app will expire. Therefore, if a housemate wishes to use the safety app, they must do so within the minute the app is live. Whichever housemate presses their silver button first will be the housemate to gain immunity.
Oh
Fucking
my
hell.
god. This is horrendous.
That's amazing.
Charlotte won't do it, Chris won't do it, Marlon might do it.
When the app becomes live, you're allowed to discuss whether or not you wish to use the app, or you may press the button whenever you like.
I'd just fucking not use it.
I would not be using
It makes sense for more of them to be up, doesn't it?
using that.
It makes sense for more of them to be up.
Yeah.
They'll get thrown in it.
What are we doing? I'm not pressing it. I'm out.
I'm not pressing it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not
Ashley, are
pressing
you
it. We're gonna
100% sure on this, Ashley?
This is Big Brother. Housemates must remain silent.
Are we all not pressing it?
Housemates must remain silent.
This is tense. Don't press it.
Housemates, the safety app and your buttons will become live once the countdown starts on the screen in front of you. Housemates, your time starts now.
Yeah, how did I know that was going to happen?
What?
Marlon's pressed it.
You stupid!
Oh my fucking god.
I would like you to have pressed it.
I know you would have liked me to press it, but I'm not a game player. Would I just be up next week?
Yeah.
And then I go then? I'm not a game player.
I'll let the public decide my
I'll
fate,
let-
not me,
exactly.
because I want to save my own bacon.
2 seconds.
Oh my god, he lied to them all.
God.
He's done it that quick!
In fairness,
No, he lied to them as well.
in fairness to everyone in that room, they all said they weren't going to press it. I
He
expect.
said you ain't gonna fucking press it.
Well, I'm actually fucking fuming, mate.
I'm fucking
fuming.
furious.
I'm fuming.
Prick.
Oh my god.
That is a fucking coward's way
That has really changed my opinion.
I would never have pressed it. It all went to 0 and nobody would have used it. I would never have pressed that button.
Yeah, she wouldn't have.
That is
my blood is fucking boiled.
Marlon's not saying nothing.
He's lost his fucking tongue, hasn't he?
This is Big Brother.
That's not a word.
Marlon, you have received the immunity granted by the Safety app and therefore no longer face eviction this week.
That is so self-centered.
Wow.
In case no one says it, well done, Marlon. Congrats.
Congratulations, Marlon.
I'm so disgusted.
That makes us all fucking suffer.
we've got
we
no
get no
fucking-
food.
we've got no food.
Smokers have run out
No
of ciggies.
fucking
We have
nothing.
nothing.
As Marlon used the app, the battery is dead.
None of them should have pressed it.
He complains about food more than fucking most.
As the battery is dead, you have lost the shopping task. The house will receive only an economy delivery.
Oh my god, I hear Mark, they're watching us.
Yeah.
That's it. We all suffer now because he hasn't got the fucking bollocks to face a public vote for a week.
He's not even speaking.
I'm so disappointed. I don't even know if I can.
Who's going to say anything?
I'm going to fucking say something straight away. Fucking hell.
That's it
It's
now.
a fucking piss.
What a fucking knob.
You must all return to the house immediately.
I'm saying nothing at all.
I'm not.
I can't.
Say nothing?
I can't.
I'm not
How
even.
can you not say anything?
Don't go in
How
like.
can you not say
Try not to
anything
go
like
like a raging bull.
How can you not say anything like that?
I would never, ever, ever force a fucking 11 other people to suffer for a week and a half.
And he wouldn't have gone ananyway.
But he
That's how
doesn't
stupid it is.
understand. He's going to go next week now.
Are you nervous?
Not at all. Gird your loins.
What a fucking farce. That's it. What the fuck? I'm fucking disgusted.
Why?
What an absolute coward.
You hit that in 2 seconds. You didn't even discuss it. We all watched the whole thing.
I know you watched it.
Yeah.
I would never force everybody in here except myself to live on basic rations
now we're on
because
fucking
I haven't got
rations.
the balls to face the fucking public vote. Nobody wants to face the public vote, but you fucking do it. That's it. We're all fucking now. We're going hungry. No bread,
Ashley's
no
the most
ciggies,
likely
no
person to
nothing.
go, and you hit the button.
How do you know Ashley's the most likely person to go?
Well, it's obvious.
Why?
She was getting booed. She was
I've
getting
been
booed.
booed.
And she,
Hold
didn't,
on,
and
hold
she
on,
said
hold
she
on.
wasn't going to press
I
the
would
button.
never
Everyone's
have done
being
that.
booed.
I would never have done that.
You feel like you're entitled to do this, obviously. It's just I feel really disappointed. I want to be wrong about people for a change. I'm really
Fucking
annoyed.
hell.
I'm actually
not wrong.
fucking... I'd never think you'd have done that.
You're angry about what are you angry about? What are you angry about?
I'm angry that I never thought you would have done that.
Done
never.
what?
Hit the button in 2 seconds without even discussing it. You had a minute to discuss it with everyone. You didn't even discuss
You
it.
couldn't discuss that.
Didn't even
You
discuss
didn't even
it.
think.
I've never
Hold on. So if someone else pressed it, we would have.
You didn't even discuss it.
But I don't think anyone else
You
was
never
gonna press
didn't
it,
discuss
Marlon.
the fucking thing.
I thought someone else was going to press it.
I don't think any of them were.
We
Me,
weren't going to discuss
Shelley,
it. And we
Chris
said to you we
all
weren't going
took
to
our
discuss
hands off
it.
the
Me and
ball.
Chris looked at each other. Me and Chris looked at each other and said we're not going to do it. And then I looked at Ashley and Ashley went and nodded. And Christmas said, should we discuss it? We hadn't even got that chance to do it yet.
Once again, we've gone through shit. We've sacrificed stuff, so we all passed this task. I've sacrificed my stuff. You've sacrificed yours. Winston sacrificed his. You've given your fucking dressing gown. We've sacrificed stuff, so we all passed this task for fucking nothing. Because you couldn't wait longer than 2 seconds to fucking save yourself.
Fuming.
I'm shocked.
Very quiet then. I was surprised how quiet you were. You completely lost your tongue then.
No, 'cause there's nothing
Now
to be
you
said.
did. There is something to be said.
So what do you want me to say?
Fucking try and justify yourself. Try and
I
say
thought someone was
something.
gonna press
You
it, so I
fucked
pressed it.
You might be safe for this week, but I'm telling you, I reckon you fucked this for
That's
yourself
fine.
now, Marlon.
That's fine.
I'm actually so disappointed, man. I'm well disappointed. I never thought you'd done that.
Cheers, Winston.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for the rations.
Thanks for the rations.
Thanks for the rations, mate.
I
Thanks for losing the
said
budget.
to you, I thought you'd go in a journey, and I thought I'll give you another chance. I fucking threw it in the bin. Let me get me coat. I'm not getting me hair wet. I've got no fucking hair today. You wouldn't have even been evicted, Marlon. You wouldn't have even gone.
Wow. Is that the reaction?
Coming up, Marlon is unrepentant.
Are you a bit worried? No?
Not at all.
And Winston is furious.
I don't want to spend another week with you. I'll be honest, I do not want to spend another week with someone who'd do that. No way. No fucking way.
5:14 p.m. It's been 7 minutes since Marlon chose to grant himself immunity from this week's eviction and sacrifice the shopping task for the rest of the house.
He thought you were going to drain it, and I said,
No, I thought you might drain it. And then I just thought you might because you might want to be safe. But the fact is, Marlon, the last person.
my point, I'm not a game player. I would never let people starve just to save myself.
How you feeling?
Feeling fine.
You shocked at the reaction?
A little bit, because we had a discussion in here about certain things yesterday with certain people, and everyone said to me, if anything was happening, you're in here on your own, so do things to benefit yourself. Stop doing things to benefit other people.
Yeah. How do you think your position's going to be in the house now?
Fine.
Are you a bit worried? No?
Not at all.
Do you know how many times I've defended him in this fucking house?
Oh my God,
And this is what's
defended
pissing me off even more. I've got a mug on my head.
Can you imagine being stood there? I'd feel like a twat in front of all these and then to walk out and face us. I just couldn't do that. Who the fuck would do that?
There's no excuse
Right,
for that
this is
at all, sorry.
absolutely fucked.
Are you just surprised at people's reactions? Really?
Yeah, I couldn't give two shits about the shopping list, in that
Yeah.
sense, because we've survived a lot worse on a lot of things. Just surprised at some people's reactions. That's all.
Yeah. You know what they say about the underdog?
But I didn't come here to play a game. I came here to stay as long as possible, and if I stay to the end, I stay to the end. If I don't, I don't.
Well, in a way, that is a game, though. A game plan to stay as long as possible. So...
Yeah, but I'm not going to do over none of my friends.
No, I know, but you've got to do measures that you see fit to do that. At the end of the day, we all have friends in here, but true, real friends, they don't exist in this game plan because, unfortunately, Marlon, shopping tasks and, you know, alcohol and beverages and all that crap, it's more important than friendship to a lot of people in here. You can't say that you're the only person in this house that would have pressed that button.
No way. A lot of people are acting like they wouldn't, but they would have.
So you really can't put too much of a judgment on yourself. Yes, I was shocked. I was a bit disappointed. Am I going to not talk to you about it? No. I'm not that pathetic.
He's really repaid the save he got from last week, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
Thanks
really,
very much.
yeah.
Cheers,
Thanks
cheers.
very much for saving me last week, yard. I'm just going to shit on every single one.
Save
If we failed that task together, I would have been like, do you know what, fuck it, we failed that together. We all tried fucking hard, then with the shit that we've even fucking had. Last night, today, we've given up things for fucking nothing. All of it's in vain.
They're only upset because it's gone down. That's the only reason they're upset, because they're shopping task. But then that shows me people would rather have a shopping task
People would rather have food than friendship.
than risking me leaving here.
But exactly, that's the people you're living with. So I hope it's opened your eyes. You don't trust anybody in here.
What a game.
But for him to think that any one of us were going to press it shows he hasn't been paying attention.
Shows he hasn't paid any attention, yeah.
I just wouldn't have pressed it.
Me and you looked and knew straight away. We looked at Ashley, we knew straight, what the fuck?
It just sends every single one of us down the fucking river.
Yeah.
5:39 p.m. Marlon has decided to face the music.
Do you guys want to talk now?
Not really, mate. Can I have my hoodie, please?
I should have a word?
Go on, then.
Do you want to talk to me? This guy's talking here.
Talk here.
Okay, let me talk. And I'll give you a
I can't believe you've done that, though.
Let me tell you why I done it.
Go on.
Yesterday we had a conversation. If you're put in a situation where you can do something, keep yourself here, would you do it?
No, not that. Nobody'd do that.
Christmas said...
I need the loot, sorry.
Yeah, if I said to you, you'd rather risk me leaving to eat, or you wouldn't eat for a week and and I'll still be here. As friends.
Okay.
Yes, what would you do?
There's 5 people up, yeah? It's up to the public. You're
Yeah.
facing the public. Right, why are you being a coward and not going up against the public when it's very likely that Ashley's going to go? You know that for a fact.
Ashley was going. So 1 second. When people saying you wasn't going, what did you say?
What did I say?
When people said he wasn't going, what was he saying, Ashley?
I said, yeah, everyone...
He said everyone thinks that, but no one knows.
Everyone,
yes or no?
exactly, yeah.
So then what's that comment mean then? That comment doesn't mean nothing. No one knows that Ashley's going.
Okay, so why do you think you should be saved out of all those 5 people?
I just pressed the button.
Yeah, but why
Would you press the button?
No, I wouldn't. I would never
Nobody
press
would
that
have pressed the button.
Never. Even if I thought I was going to go. You made the wrong choice.
So you'd rather me be up for the nominations?
Yes, I'd rather you face eviction like a man in front of 4 other people. With 4 other people, so it's 5 people.
See, not only that, everyone's going to be so pissed off.
Do you know what I actually thought when I came? I actually thought my closest people would understand why I've done that.
Did you actually think that? No.
That's why I pressed
no.
it. No,
the closest people, you've actually completely changed how I think of you. Completely. I've never thought you would have done that. Never. Not in a million years. And why are you so worried about facing the public vote?
I'm not worried about facing the public vote. I just didn't want to leave. I thought you lot I wanted to be spending another week with you lot, at least.
Of course we wanted.
That's what I see. I didn't see it about being scared about being the public vote.
We wouldn't expect you to press it. Just because we do want you to, we want you to stay.
I thought you lot wanted me to stay. I thought you lot wanted me to press it. That's why I pressed it.
Do you know what?
Straight when they said press it to be safe, I thought you three would have definitely wanted me to press it to be safe.
We want you to be safe, but we don't want you to.
You didn't want me to be
no, for someone to do that, I don't want to spend another week with you. I'll be honest. I do not want to spend another week with someone who do that. No way. No fucking way. You fucking.
Everyone just feels like you've just thrown it in everyone's face. And just felt selfish about it.
That's serious?
Yeah.
This ain't gonna blow over.
Well, you don't know.
No, it's not gonna blow over.
"7:37 p.m. Marlon is in bed. Winston is letting off some steam in the diary room.
As a group, we go out and bust our ass every week. Like, we do whatever it takes to get the luxury shopping basket. And 5 people have gone into the room, and Marlon hit the fucking butter so he gets off a nomination within 2 seconds, just so he doesn't have to face the public vote. He's an absolute coward. And it's just hurt me so much because he was one of my closest mates, and I actually just never saw that coming. You know, and he's done that, and he's shits on everyone in the house. And the previous week, all the girls have saved him as well, so he didn't have to go up for nomination. I just can't believe it. He thought we would be all right with him doing that. But he wasn't going to go anyway. The chances were he was not going to go. And he's just just lost all respect from everyone. What he's done is cowardly.
Charlie is confronting Marlon.
Up until about a week ago, I've seriously been questioning where your loyalties lie. All the pranks and stuff that's done, I've closed the door on that and I've just carried on with it, and I've thought, no, Marlon's gonna have my back. Last night was really hard for me because I felt my original group of friends that I kind of thought potentially weren't really having my back, confirmed they didn't. To you, it was like nothing. And this is why, when I went in that room and you did that, I was just like, what the fuck is it wrong? What is wrong with me? Why do I have to believe people that just throw this shit back in my face? I feel like you had massively taken the piss with me trusting you, and that it was just being thrown back in my face.
Okay.
This is really the worst thing you could have done, dude. I'll be really honest with you.
So do I walk now?
Why are you asking me that?
I'm asking,
why?
What do you
right, please never ask me that question again. You have just made your own decision in there on your own accord, and now you want to now ask a friend, apparently a friend now, I'm back to being a friend, whether or not you should walk. Why are you asking me this?
That's true. That's true.
You can't have it your own way all the time, Marlon. You can't pick and choose when you're friends with people, when you're not friends with people. This is what I'm trying to say to you. I don't need my own friends treating me like this. I'm not happy with it. I don't even know what to say to you, Marlon. For me to sit here and lie and go, actually, I'm fine with this whole decision is fine by me, would be a fucking lie. I don't know what to say to you. I don't get you. I don't know. I need to just maybe take a step back and calm down and just look at this with a bit of clarity. I felt like I had to come over and say something because I don't want to keep avoiding you and not speaking to you, because equally that is ridiculous.
No, I appreciate you saying something. At least you and Ash were the 2 people that come up and said something, and everyone else kind of just fucked off and left me, but that's fine. That is fine.
Coming up, Stephen's getting serious.
Do you think you could marry me? Do you think you could see me as marriage material? Like, do you think you could see me as a husband?
And there's more action in the bedroom.
I see a person down there.
Now, here's your chance to win a 10-night trip for 2 to the US of A, courtesy of Bon Voyage. Your first stop is 5 nights in LA, home to the stars, staying at the Loews Hollywood Hotel with a day pass to Universal Studios and a coach tour of the movie stars' homes. Next, Vegas for 5 nights, where you'll get a taste of the high life with a private limo transfer to the Planet Hollywood Hotel and helicopter tours over the Strip and the Grand Canyon, both with a lovely glass of bubbly. Want more? Okay. We'll also include 2 tickets to the Blue Man Group and $1,000 preloaded onto a Caxton FX currency card. Phew! So to enter, just text BB to 66155, or you can post your name and phone number to BB2 PO Box 7557 Derby DE1 0NP. Entrants must be 21 or over. Text costs £2 plus one message at standard network rate. Lines close on the date shown on screen and 3 days later for postal entries. For rules, go to channel5.com/win.
(9:56 p.m). Marlon is still in bed. Stephen has a burning question for Kimberly.
I was going to say to you, do you think you can marry me?
To say your marriage material?
Yeah, I know, but marriage material is like a bit of a game joke, isn't it?
Okay, explain your question thoroughly and I'll respond.
Do you think you could marry me? Do you think you could see me as marriage material? Like, marriage material, but do you
Like
think...
proper, yeah.
Do you think you could see me as a husband?
Yeah.
Oh, do you? I think I could see it as a wife, actually.
Hi, Marlon.
Yeah, not really.
Just speak to everyone tomorrow. You need to tell everybody how you really feel. And that's how you really feel. Don't say what you think people want to hear.
I'll be honest with you, I kind of don't really care about certain people as much as other people.
Well, that's natural, but
Just
we're
hoping
all in
people
it.
that I do...
It is a group
Yeah,
thing,
of
though.
course, of
Everyone's in it
course.
together.
I'm a strong believer in whatever I say or do, I have to be accountable. So, just gotta get through it.
Well, at least you're admitting it.
Yeah. Hopefully, people want to talk to me.
You
and see
shouldn't
me on
have
the
tempted
outside.
fate. And you did. No one should have pressed that button. People want to speak to you tomorrow. So,
Sleep tonight.
I know you can't, but it's almost like,
It's
well,
my fault, innit?
you've just got to deal with it. You fucked it up for yourself, massively. That was a test to see how selfish someone could be. Just think about it, sleep, and then deal with it tomorrow. Face it then.
What's going on there?
I spoke to everyone outside. They want to speak to you tomorrow. Certain people do. And he went, this is a really bad attitude. I know I don't like people in this house, but this is wrong. He went, I only want to speak to certain people. Do you know what? He's brown-nosing his way through it, and that isn't working for me. Don't believe a word that guy says ever again. Ever.
(11:20 p.m). Danielle and Ashley are worried about Friday.
Like, let's be honest, if we look at the three people I'm up with, like, I says the only worst that could be would be if you were up as well. They're the three people in the house that I wouldn't want to be up against. Because, like, I would worry maybe in case they did go against me, and I would hate to see them go. Especially if I'm up. Like, I'd rather me go than any of the other three.
There is still hope though, you know.
Is there?
Yeah. There's still a bit of hope. I don't think we should write ourselves off right now.
Jarlath is not in a forgiving mood.
Quite honestly, I feel like it's an insult because when I was in there, he was like, yeah, but you know, Jarlath, you know, I thought you'd understand me. I thought you'd have my back. And I was just like, hang on a minute.
You've had your back. You've had his back since day
so
one,
you want me to
Jarlath?
just lie down for you while you just run me over?
I'm not going to sit there while he rounds up everyone and does some bullshit play and dances in the mirror.
I feel personally disappointed in myself because it makes me feel as if I'm a very, very bad judge of character. I've judged someone as a genuine person and someone I want to back up and someone that I want to spend time with. And they've basically got a shovel, put it in the oven to heat it up so it smells bad and throw it on our faces.
Ash is talking to Big Brother about Marlon.
I thought he was the most genuine, like, selfless person in the house, and then he went and did that, and it was the most selfish thing I've ever seen in my life. We was all so angry. I couldn't even speak to him when he first come out. Even when he did it and everyone was going mad, I was fuming. And then when he come out and everyone was having a go at him, I thought, if I start having a go at him, I'm just gonna get like overly emotional. I couldn't believe it. It seemed like he was so not arsed about what he did. He is one of my closest friends.
Is he still?
Well, it's hard to say at the moment. At the end of the day, one of my close friends wouldn't have done what he did. Because he's done it, it makes me think, is he one of my close friends? People make bad decisions at the end of the day. No one's perfect. He's made a bad decision. He feels sorry about it. He thought, from what he said, he thought we'd look at it in a different way. So I can't just write the guy off. I'm just going to give him the night to just think about it. See what he says tomorrow. And I feel like he's just let the team down. He's just thought about himself. And that's what annoys me the most.
(1:21 a.m. After an exhausting day, all of the housemates are settling down for the night.
How romantic.
I see a person down there. Who's down there? See? What are you fucking doing, you muppet?
This week, Ashley, Chris, Christopher and Jean-Lee all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Ashley, add 02. For Chris, add 03. For Christopher, add 04. For Jean-Lee, add 07. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the new Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Stay tuned for Bit on the Side, when Emma will be joined by Matt Richardson and Nicola McLean.